Why is she running so melodramatically? Is this a K-drama scene? What's going on? Aww.
北川さん、とても綺麗でした。
He said it! He said it! Beautiful! Other people can only reject you if we reject ourselves first. As long as we accept ourselves, no one can reject us and who we are. Hello friends, my name is Benoit Kim, a UPenn educated licensed psychotherapist and your favorite yapper. Welcome to my detailed psychological analysis of My Dress Up Darling episode 5.
What will you have after 500 years?
Assassination Zero, Fox Souls Gaming, Tirtana's Wuxiang, Samsonian, Helixi, and Minakame are the sponsored tier highlights of today's video. I appreciate your support. Remember, you matter, you are worthy, and let's all be a little bit kinder to ourselves every single day. Sit back, and I hope you enjoy. Voila! That's right, the final reveal. In person, instead of in Gojo's wet dream about the final product. This show is wild. It is very wholesome, very deep, but also wild.
五条くん、私ちゃんと静かだよねだよねだよねだよね五条くん、
しずくたんすぎてます。
マジで？
あ、サイズはどうでした？どこかきついとか。
超ぴったり。でもちょい動きづらいかな。スカートもさ、ちょうどいい長さで分かってるって感じだよね。
Very good ratio. Humility, respect.
マジで私、雫たんになれるなんて嬉しすぎる。
Also, do you think this is when Marine fell for Gojo in terms of blossoming romantic interest? Or do you think that happens before this episode? Because obviously she's over the moon, she's blushing, there's flush. I think she's more beyond impressed by his work ethic, anti-fragility, everything we talked about in last week's episode. But yeah, is this when Marine fell for Gojo or not yet? Or did it happen before? She's over the moon. It's awesome.
田川さん、落ち着いて。
そうだ、写真撮りたい。撮って。
Let's see if Gojo has the potential to be a good Instagram boyfriend. This is the ultimate test. Social media.
撮れた？見せて見せて。漏れてる？うわ、陽気。
でもこれは何と言いますか。やはりしずくたんのイメージに合ったポーズの方が。それとこの部屋だと背景があまり世界観と合ってないかもですね。
As soon as I talked about Instagram boyfriendness, Gojo, so far you're hitting benchmarks. You're analyzing, you're thinking about photo composition, the backdrop. Even you're giving directions as a photographer to the model. So far you're passing the test to be a good Instagram boyfriend, Gojo. You got potential. I see you.
五条くん、ここどう？
では、しずくたんらしくお願いします。
Okay.
Oh gosh, that's a setup. Whatever it's gonna be a lot for Gojo. Gojo, I hope you don't have a nosebleed. If you know, you know. Ah. She's too happy. Aww. Yeah, think about how hard it is to compose yourself when your dream came true. This is literally her dream coming true moment. This is it. Man, awesome. Deep breathing, good. Some mindfulness breathing exercise,
せ
very
ー
good.
の
Regulate your emotions, nice. Wow, she a pro.
今のど
ましょう。
オッケー
いいですよ。ポーズまで完璧です。
Yo,
とてもいい。
this is dream come true for Marine, but also dream come true for Gojo. Man. Magnificence.
このくらいでいいでしょうか。
サンキュー見せて見せて
That was a lot. Wow.
超よく撮れてんじゃんマジ上がるんだけど赤作って速攻ネットにあげようもうあげるんですかてかコスネーム考えてなかったわマリンでいっか
That's her name. Isn't that her name?
うわかわいすぎるマジやばすぎ
Wow, the lighting must be really good for Marine to not even edit or use any filters for the camera for those photos. She just straight up uploading them straight to her new account. Wow.
ねえ五条くん
はい。
明日のコスイベ行っちゃおっか
Might as well.
え？
なんか出たくなっちゃった行こうよ五条くん
So it looks like Gojo made finished the outfit the day before the 2-week deadline, and sounds like now Marine wants to go with him. It might seem like a casual invite, but it's actually massive. I don't know if Gojo is going to appreciate the gravity of that invite. Two things. One, Marine's dream came true at the courtesy of Gojo. So in turn, I think she wants to invite him to her first cosplay event with his and her cosplay outfits together. Do you see how meaningful that is? Do you see the significance of that? That's level 1. Level 2, I think Marine wants to spend more time with Gojo and introduce more about her passion, her obsession, her favorite hobbies to Gojo. And being at her elements, the context, the situation, the quality time, all that, it's going to be so revealing and deepening for Gojo's own knowledge about cosplay, the world of cosplay and all that. So those two reasons are actually massive because it boils down to Marine chose Gojo to go to their first cosplay event together because of Gojo's hard work. So in that sense, Gojo's hard work was paid off. Everything I talked about last episode, right? But the question is, will Gojo appreciate the meaningfulness of that invite? Or he just like, oh, okay, I made the outfit, so it makes sense, we're going together. But it's a much deeper than that. Episode 5 is called It's Probably Because This Is the Best Boob Bag Here. Okay, I'm guessing this is about the showmanship or showcasing of the outfit at the cosplay event. And maybe she has the best Slippery Girl outfit out of all the other Slippery Girls cosplay fans. Very vibey music, very wholesome. Wow. Oh my gosh, just from this, Marine's outfit is gonna blow everyone out of the water. Dude, Marine's outfit will place her as one of the top, even at Comic-Con. Because Gojo's a pro. He's a professional. Man, this ain't no competition. She's gonna blow everyone out. Yapai. First time. Seriously think about the meaningfulness of this first time experience. And as I've talked about in other series, our first time is especially important and meaningful. Our first kiss, our first hug, first time we held someone's hands, first time, etc., etc. This is their first time. And it's not just any first time. It's the first time of going to a cosplay event. And Marine loves nothing more than cosplay. So this is a compounding of magnitude. It's massive.
てかあっちの人、ソウジと龍馬くん
Nice.
ランスロットに剣士五条くん
Is that social
どうした
anxiety?
の
What's going on? Gojo's suffering from estrogen overload. There's too much estrogen in the air. It's too much female hormones for poor Gojo-kun to handle. Oh man, Gojo.
が気になって。
確かに。あ、もしかしてみんなこの衣装に見とれてるんじゃない？めっちゃかわいいし。いや、これが間違いだからじゃないですかね。私服もこれだし。何がだね。五条くんって感じでいいじゃん。
Trophy husband outfit.
カメラマンさんとか男の人もいたよね。
すみません。
That was a very comedic scene, but I do want to highlight Gojo's insecurity, his lack of feeling belongs. His sense of lack of belonging is showing up even in such a casual scene like cosplay event. Sure, his fear is valid that his outfit does not belong, which is what I talked about. But it's deeper than that. It's not the outfit. It's himself with his ongoing sense of rejection, the childhood trauma. His sense of self doesn't feel belonged here. So outfit is just an excuse. So I hope Gojo can also work on his healing, work on his sense of self, self-esteem through Marine. And Marine's aura is truly, truly amazing.
こっちもまったりしてていい感じじゃん。
Okay, more open,
こっちの方が
more
安心する。
breathable.
あ、バネッサ様。超おっぱいでかい。
Huge
私も
rack.
並んで撮らせてもらおう。
それヌルジョ2の黒江雫ですよね。
Nice.
あ、
逆にお願いします。
こちらこそお願いします。
That's a great sign. It means that her outfit is so good and so realistic. She's being sought out by professional photographers in the area. Or that guy is either a professional photographer or a creep, just taking random photos with a camera. I'm sure he's a pro because he knew what the outfit was about. Aww.
Eh?
記念的な撮りますよ。
Aww.
ギリ入んないでちょい寄ってください。
Ah, he's cheese.
ありがとうございます。
This is every Asian with their photos. Cheese. It's a stereotype, but it is true.
お願いします。
はい、お願いします。
I apologize, photographer. I did not mean to call you a creep. You are a pro, right? So I take that back.
いつの間に。
Wow, she's drawing all the photographers at the event. She's a pro. Wow, she's good. Wow.
下にも男装している女性がたくさんいたな。そうか。自分の好きなキャラのコスプレだから自由に楽しめるんだ。
Aww.
なんかいいな。
For sure.
俺も約束が守れて。
私にコスプレ衣装作ってくれないかな。
から北川さんとこうやって過ごすのは
It's
今
over?
日で終わりなんだ。
No, bro. No, not even close. Gojo, you think Marine's gonna stop hanging out with you because you made her a single outfit? This is the first of many outfits to come. But again, Gojo's insecurities, low self-esteem is showing up even now. So many doubts. His sense of self is very, he doubts his own sense of self. And this is kind of deep. Again, here comes some overanalysis. Like what Gojo said, everyone at the cosplay events is having so much fun. They're being so free because they're enacting and embodying their favorite characters through this cosplay. But in other words, what does that mean? Here's a a bunch of people who are enacting and putting up identities of different people, different characters who are not themselves. Of course, there's always a sprinkles of our own self, our sense of self, our essence of who we are into the characters we cosplay, of course. But at the same time, this is the reason why it's liberating. It's fun. Because for the time being, while they're at the event with their cosplay outfit on, they can forget and escape from their own circumstances, their own realities, whatever that may be. Maybe it's trauma. Maybe it's a big fight. Maybe it's a midterm. Maybe it's the finals. Whatever it is, while they're cosplaying, they're not themselves anymore, but rather they're escaping into this fantasy land that's obviously healthy for their mental health, right? Emotional well-being and so on. But then the person who's having this monologue is Gojo. And what does Gojo struggle with? His own sense of identity. Do you guys see why he's even more envious of people who are able to embrace different identities, aka as a cosplayer? But him, Gojo, continues to struggle with his identity as a Hina doll maker and other stuff because of his childhood trauma. That's why I don't think Gojo can even be a cosplay person here, because you have to be comfortable with who you are. In this case, your hobby, to embrace that character, just like Marine. But Gojo is struggling in that sense. But that's the deep underlying sentiments and the psychological implication of what Gojo is saying.
とって同級生と放課後に寄り道したり
Wow, so many meaningful firsts for Gojo.
嘘みたいだな
That's a callback to the title of episode 1. Someone from the opposite world. Again, this is his self-esteem, low self-esteem, his insecurities, and his own rejection coming up over and over and over again. How can other people reject us for who we are if we ourselves accept us for who we are? In other words, other people can only reject you if we reject ourselves first. As long as we accept ourselves, no one can reject us and who we are and our essence of who we are. That's a Marine.
楽しかったな
Yeah, it was awesome. She's so popular. Oh, she looks at Gojo. Aw, what a wholesome smile. Aw. Oh, look at that smile. Marine's having the best day of her life. That's the same look that Gojo had when he first saw the Hinado, when his grandpa showed it to him for the first time. When he fell in love, love at first sight. When he discovered the word beautiful is only reserved for a few things. At this moment, I know for a fact that the word beautiful crossed Gojo's mind, because at that moment, Marine was as beautiful as she can be. This full of life force, because she's doing what she loves and she's embracing all of herself. What's more beautiful than that? Um,
あのね私服脱げそう
なんですって脱げそうってどのあたりがダメそうですか
昨日の夜それを2枚重ねて持ってきたら破れそう
Yo! Yo!
あとウィッグの中もメレメレだし衣装の中
すみません俺のせいですとにかく早く涼しい場所に行きましょう
Oh, she's having a heat stroke. After the initial enthusiasm and being over the moon, reality hits. Thicker fabric because it's more expensive to reflect the upper class background for the character, right? All that thing. So, wow. But again, Gojo is claiming and he's taking the ownership that this is all my fault. None of this is your fault, Gojo, right? Literally, none of this is your fault. But again, his low self-esteem, his chronic people pleasing, all that continues to show up every interaction.
おいしい。五条くんありが
I'm excited to see Gojo's evolution and his personal development throughout this series because I'm sure he will be able to eventually reclaim the part of himself that was lost, that was rejected.
と
いえこいつまではいけそうですか。
ごめん無理。動けない。
暑さ対策もするべきでしたね。
Probably sounds like the heat of the summer.
シャキモチ
あと首と脇の下太い血管の通っているところを冷やしてください。
Bro, Gojo just straight up doing full boyfriend duty. Instagram boyfriends, buying things to cool her off, water, all the errands.
タオルです。汗拭いてください。
サンキュー。
What a good boyfriends without the title of a boyfriend, huh?
やっぱ黒って半端ないね。
Also, some Patreon folks told me that a lot of the a lot of this, the fan service scenes are coming from Gojo's perspective and his POV, point of perspective. Right? POV, yeah. So that makes sense. Obviously, he's a high schooler. So obviously, if I were Gojo and being next to a girl like Marine with everything he went through, I'll have the same reactions. So that does make me feel better because it's just personal preference. I'm not the biggest fan of fan service, but I do believe that the way the writer designed this show is very, very realistic and reflections of what Gojo's thinking, what he's seeing, what he's going through when he as an adolescent is with a girl like Marine.
2枚重ねってすごい。
Too
他に何か
powerful.
できることないか調べ
Too
ます。
powerful.
サンキュー。熱中症とかガチで怖いから気をつけないとね。
Yes.
あ、
じゃあファスナー下ろしてくんない？っていいよ。露出は NG だし。ちょっと下ろす感じで。
せめて更衣室に。北川さんは今動けないんだった。
Wow, she must be suffering.
こんなにしんどそうなのに。
The music. I love this music change.
俺が。
背中開いただけで全然涼しい。汗でパンツぐしょぐしょなんだけど、替えの下着持ってくればよ。
うろたえちゃダメだ。
Don't panic.
では。
I think Gojo had to rely on his iron clod of willpower and self-constraint, self-control, more than he's ever been his entire life since he's met Marine. Be professional. Don't panic. She's having a rough time. Keep your eyes up here. Oh man. So good.
吹きます。
Oh man. When you're sweating and drenched in sweat in the heat, nothing is better than a cooling towel. I agree. And that obviously circulation of air, right? Nice. Nice.
これ？やっぱ雫たんやるならこれ書かなきゃみたいな。
なるほど。これで補強は大丈夫だと思います。
サンキュー。
ですが、ミシンとは強度。
Wait, does Gojo carry sewing kits? Wherever he goes? Where did he whip that out? Or did he buy that at like a 7-Eleven?
今日はもう帰ろっか。
Success.
そうですね。
A
体
massive
調も心
success.
配ですし。
あ、ごめん五条くん。もう一回だけ広場行っていいかな。一瞬だけだから。大丈夫なんですか？一応もう帰る感じなんですけど、半端になっちゃって申し訳なかったんで、お姉さんとだけ最後に。
Aww.
なんかすみません。
Dude, Marina is the most wholesome person. She's so nice. At the midst of being heat stroke and being absolutely drenched in sweat and exhausted physically and mentally, she still felt bad for running off. So she comes back to fulfill her promise, and because she appreciates a fellow enthusiasm of cosplay.
じゃあ日陰で1枚だけ。
Wow. Dude, Marine made it, dude. You're gonna pop off in the cosplayer scene. You should gonna look at Gojo? Oh, okay, she has shorts on. What is that? Are those tattoos?
やば大丈夫です今のは消しますのでですよね私全然カメラ見てなかったからワンちゃん撮り直しありですか
She wasn't even worried about her skirt.
座れてラッキ
ついててよかったですね。
ー五条くん今日はお疲れ
Dude, Marine looks so different. I forgot this is what she looked like while she was in the slipper girl outfit. Tis the power of cosplay.
もう完全に夏だったよね帰ったら速攻シャワー浴びるわ
北川さん、
うん
ありがとうございました。いろいろありましたが、いい経験になりました。
True.
本当に楽しかったです。
You did. You didn't. Gojo, you had more than fun.
超楽しかったよ五条くんありがとう
Arigato. Aw. So wholesome. What is Gojo thinking about? He's deep in thought.
次のコス何しよっか
So, quick commentary. I think Gojo was deep in contemplation and he was quiet because I think he was dealing with anticipatory grief. Definition right here. It's when we are grieving about the end of something in anticipation. And a lot of times we only think about grief in terms of death when someone dies. That's not true. We experience grief, this universal experience, this universal emotions that even animals feel. Cats feel grief, dogs, cows, right? Grief is truly a universal experience that even mammals experience, other animals. It's that powerful. And we experience this grief anytime anything comes to an end. End of a job, end of a relationship, breakup, someone passes away. Anytime there is an end to a relationship and to a something, there is grief. And I think Gojo was dealing with the anticipatory grief, grieving in anticipation, because he's like, oh, my promise is fulfilled. Someone like Marine will never hang out with me, someone like me, after I made her the cosplay. I am no longer of use. I'm no longer useful to Marine. Those are some of the internal thoughts and thought processes that Gojo's having based on his psychological profiling. To that, Marine's like, so, what should we do for my next cosplay? Do you see that? Marine is such like a ray of sunshine, glowing, exuding charisma, exuding positivity, exuding self-confidence, because she is confident about who she is, which is everything that Gojo lacks. But through this dynamic, through this interplay of two main protagonists, I'm sure Gojo's going to help out Marine because everyone have their own insecurities, full stop. And Marine is also going to help boost and springboard Gojo into the wonderful person that he is with a little bit more confidence, a little bit more self-belief. That's why Marine's like, so, when's my next cosplay?
次のコス
しずくたんだけじゃないんですか？
Called it.
そんな
50! Yo!
なあでもしずくたんももっとやりたいしコスしたいの多すぎてマジ体いくつあっても足んないみたいな
See? Gojo's mood is immediately brightens.
別に
じゃあ何教えてよ
その
Aww.
2日ものですが、これからもよろしくお願いします。
Okay. Okay, very formal.
やら から
なら俺トルソを買います。ないとやりにくかったんで。
いいじゃん、買おうよ。
True. She should, because this is her cosplay. Oh, he's tired.
眠かったら寝ていいよ。
Yeah, what a day. What 2 weeks he's been having, dude. Forgot about that.
五条くんのおかげで超楽しかったな。てかみんなマジで楽しそうでやばかったよね。好き
True.
なことしてる人しかいないの最高すぎるし。
True.
じゃ好き。
Mm-hmm.
なんかキラキラしてるじゃん。
Yeah.
もっとイベント行きたいな。てか他のレイヤーさんと全然写真撮れなかったからさ。次絶対撮りまくろう。そういえば下の広場にいた七彼のサマコスの人めっちゃ
He's
美人
dozing
だっ
off.
たよね。加工なしであん
What a wonderful feeling to be in the same space with other people who are equally passionate about what you love. What a blessing that is. What a beautiful, beautiful scene. And Gojo must be so exhausted. And I hope that one day Gojo can also embrace his own passion, his own hobby of making henna dolls as Marine and all the other cosplayers are. Of course, there's gender stereotypes, there's gender norms, there's stigma. So it may be harder for Gojo to embrace henna doll making as his identity, professional identity, compared to Marine. Sure, because right, stigma exists 100%. As a guy making dolls, there's judgments and so on. But despite all that, I hope Gojo could also experience the full joy of embracing all of his hobbies, just like Marine. But what a wonderful place. And Marines, and remember, this is what Marine's saying. I had so much fun thanks to you, Gojo-kun. But what she's not saying, but also implying, is I had so much fun thanks to you, but also with you. This cosplay event, the first of their cosplay event, would not have been the same with another person. Everything was just right. The recipe, chef's kiss, all the ingredients. Aww.
北川さん、とても綺麗でした。
He said it! He said it! Beautiful! Called it.
心から思った時でないと言えないと言いますか。
Wow. Oh. Is this where Marine falls for Gojo at the end of episode 5?
You're goddamn right.
Did this answer my question? That was Gojo's casual / unofficial profession. Because remember I told you, the word beautiful is super sincere for Gojo. And Marine knows that. Wow. What a lighthearted episode. This is great. Yeah, enough said. If you enjoy my yapping, as always, smash a thumbs up. Support your favorite yapper, but also make sure you don't miss the next video. And feel free to join our Patreon family and YouTube members for early access and voting power, just so you don't have to wait. I appreciate you guys for tuning in seriously every single week. And I hope you guys are appreciating what I'm saying about Gojo. This discovery, this journey to further discover and uncover of ourselves. The journey of self-discovery is important, but not always easy, but always worth it. As always, till next time. Peace.